Basketball, pure the Bison Sports Network. Hello again, everybody, and good evening. I'm Todd Miller, along with Scott Wanish, our entire broadcast crew. Glad to be with you for the final exhibition game of the men's and women's preseason schedule. Tonight, Oklahoma Baptist, 4-17 a year ago, headed up now by second-year head coach Bo Overton, will get a stern task from their visitors from Bethany. The Southwestern Christian University Lady Eagles of the Center Athletic Conference, headed up by veteran head coach Mark Arthur. Juan Dog, good to be courtside with you again tonight. We are excited about this new edition of Oklahoma Baptist basketball. There are some familiar names and faces back, but if you're planning on coming to a game early in the season, it's probably just as well you get a roster, because there are a lot of new faces that will play key roles here in 2021-22.
How about two freshmen at 6'3" that Bo Overton brings in? Jill Leslie from Wichita Falls, Texas. Sierra Copeland from Howe, Texas. You also have 6-footers, Kennedy Large, Kayla Highfield, who was here last year, Peyton Taylor, a transfer from Oklahoma City University. They're all over 6 feet tall.
You mentioned Jill Leslie. Jill played 15 minutes against Texas A&M, 24 minutes in the loss at the University of Texas last Thursday night. Bo really raved to you and I in the pregame show about all of his freshmen, especially Jill Leslie. You mentioned the 6'3" freshman out of Wichita Falls.
And that's going to be big because Oklahoma Baptist loses Haley Weber, who was 6'5". Other than that, there wasn't that many over 6 foot. Now, of course, Andrea Petraitis stands at 6'1", and she scored 10 points at Texas, shooting 4 for 7 from the floor. And then, of course, Mallory Lockhart, another new face. She had 7 rebounds against Texas. And Madison Chambers, who was here last year, she had 5 boards.
Peyton Taylor and Mallory Lockhart are both transferred from Oklahoma City University, so they are certainly familiar with tonight's opponent, Southwestern Christian University. Those two, of course, knocking heads in the Center Athletic Conference. We mentioned you might need a program. There's 14 young ladies on this year's roster. Half of those are newcomers. Andrea Petrarita, Khalifa Ford, and Jalen Stapleton are all back. They started in the GRAC quarterfinals last year in Bethany. Malou Savannah, Melissa Southard, Maddie Chambers, and Kayla Highfield also returned from last year's 4-17 team. You know, Bo Overton, it takes a while to rebuild things into your own image. He feels better, obviously, about this year than he did last year, and looking forward to the future. It's time for OBU women's basketball to get back where they were. I mean, this is a very proud program, especially back at the NAIA days, Scott. You went to school here, you know that, but they have had 5 consecutive losing seasons dating back to the 2015-2016 campaign when the Bison went 17-16.
Yeah, good point, Todd. I've never seen that. I have never seen that until last year when I first came on board, you know, in the basketball season with you. The last 2 years. This is my 3rd year with you. When I was at school, like you said, great competition. It's hard to win on this floor. You had Oklahoma Christian, Oklahoma City University, Southern Nazarene back in the Sooner Athletic Conference. Before that, it was even called District 9. And Oklahoma Baptist basketball on both the men and the women were right at the cream of the crop.
Oklahoma Baptist preseason picked 9th out of 12 of the preseason Great American Conference coaches poll. Southwestern Christian was preseason 5th in the Center Athletic Conference. Yeah, they are very talented. They went 12-5 in a truncated season a year ago. Tonight will be their 4th game, although this will count as an exhibition for the Lady Eagles as well as Oklahoma Baptist. They already own wins over Baptist Bible College 99-60, Southwestern College in Winfield, Kansas 75-48, and on Saturday night at home won by 40, 91-51 over Kansas Christian. Tonight, though, begins a real telling stretch for the Lady Eagles. The first 3 games against softer competition were at home in Bethany. This begins a stretch of 5 consecutive games away from Bethany now for the Lady Eagles, including next up a Sooner Athletic Conference opener on the road at number 2 ranked Wayland Baptist.
Well, when you're beating teams by 40 points, you know, even if they're lesser competition, that's a thumping, and probably pulled the reins off late anyway. Could have beat them worse. I'm watching warm-ups. There's a lot of three-pointers going in on the shooting. It looks like some good foot speed and a couple of girls that do clear 6 foot as well for the Eagles.
You know, OBU needs a quick infusion of some confidence. Tonight would be a good opportunity to get that before they go out on the road and play in the GAC MIAA Challenge this weekend in Weatherford against Pittsburgh State and Washburn. One of the reasons, to me, they need that infusion of confidence, Scott, despite only winning 9 games the last couple of years, they have been in a lot of ball games. They've had fourth-quarter leads but have not been able to close the deal. They need to have some early success to, again, get confidence that will be needed for the conference slate.
Well, Oklahoma Baptist just went on an exhibition down in Texas at Texas A&M and Texas. Now you play Southwestern Christian out of Bethany. No matter what anybody says, no matter how good of an NAIA team Southwestern Christian is, this is a big class drop. Big class drop from what they played, but when OBU played at Texas A&M must be long. They got shut out 20-0 in the first quarter, which is really concerning because some of the shooting woes, as you alluded to, more confidence OBU needs to get to see some of those balls go through the basket.
Last Wednesday night, they were in College Station, lost to the Yankees 89-38. Texas A&M, the defending SEC champions. And then a night later, they ventured into the capital city of the state of Texas, took on the Longhorns, and played much, much better, losing by 33 to one of the top teams in the Big 12 Conference, 77-44. Ultimately, and this sounds cliche, it's not, their success will be determined on how much better they are from the perimeter. Can you make shots? They could not do that last year, shooting less than 38% from the floor and under 30% from three-point range.
Not only did they miss wide-open jumpers, 10, 12 feet just outside the paint, but those point-blank range shots in the paint, uncontested, off the bucket, or just maybe a defender coming flashing late just to distract the shot. Somebody's got to be strong with the basketball inside, show their presence inside, and then got to knock down shots outside. If you want to win at college basketball, you got to hit your open shots.
Bison basketball this season presented by Noble McIntyre and McIntyre Law. If you need an experienced award-winning personal injury attorney, call OBU alumnus Noble McIntyre and his team at McIntyre Law. OBU basketball also brought to you by the Bank for Every Season, the First National Bank and Trust Company, your bank for life. OBU Hoops brought to you by SSM Health, St. Anthony Hospital, Shawnee, where they compassionately serve the healthcare needs of Shawnee and its surrounding communities. We're known for providing exceptional care and offering the latest advances in medical services. Still about 3 minutes away from the prayer and the national anthem here inside the Noble Complex. This is a rare home game for Bo Overton's club before conference season starts. In fact, they're only going to play, I believe, one other home game. That's against Northeastern State a week from this Saturday at 2 o'clock inside the Noble Complex. Other than that, they're not back at home until Game 3 of the conference slate, going to Alvin, Weatherford, and back-to-back road games to start the league slate.
Yeah, at least it's not all the way to Arkansas. Southwestern's pretty close down I-40. Northwestern, the furthest for us to travel, but as you know, when we get used to the conference travel, that's an easy place for you and I to go to. And Oklahoma Baptist actually pulled away with a victory up there at Northwestern last February, I think it was.
Bo Overton, the much-traveled head coach of Oklahoma Baptist in his second season, 4-17 here at OBU. He is the 10th head coach in program history. His career record was stops at the University of Missouri, Kansas City, Oklahoma City, and, of course, here at OBU, 171 wins, 87 losses. He won a national title, was a national runner-up in his short stay in Oklahoma City, 145-24 his record with the Stars. He also has been an assistant coach at the University of Oklahoma, Texas State, Oral Roberts, and Louisiana Tech. And he also has international coaching experience, having worked with the Chinese, Russian, and Bahamas teams. Meanwhile, Mark Arthur is his counterpart in Bethany. Mark Arthur, simply put, is Southwestern Christian Athletics. He's in his 7th season as head women's basketball coach, his 27th season overall, and he has over 500 wins, both as the men's and women's coach at SCU, his associate alma mater. He went to school when it was then called Oklahoma City Southwestern College. At the end of his sophomore year, they did away with sports, so he left, went to UCO, managed to get his bachelor's degree from there. He then came back, was hired in 1991 by Southwestern Christian. He felt the value in bringing intercollegiate athletics back, In 92, they restarted the men's basketball program. Arthur was the head coach there for 20 years, winning 403 games, losing 327. He stepped away to be athletic director. He now is athletic director and head women's basketball coach, and he's won 93 times as the Lady Eagles head coach in Bethany. Mark Arthur is Southwestern Christian Athletics. Go back to the story I just told you. When they hired him in 92 to coach, they did not have a sport. They now have 16 intercollegiate athletic programs at the Bethany NAIA school. We'll be back and have a look at tonight's starting lineups and opening tip-off from the Noble Complex of the OBU campus in just a moment. This is Bison Basketball on the Bison Sports Network. Starting lineups, Oklahoma Baptist and Southwestern Christian again this weekend. OBU's women will play in the GAC MIAA Challenge. That's hosted by Southwestern, Oklahoma State, and Weatherford. Friday, they take on Pitt State. On Saturday, Washburn University. We have gone mobile at Oklahoma Baptist. From schedules to news alerts about your favorite Bison program, the OBU mobile app has got you covered. You can find the app on Google Play and the iPhone App Store. The Bison Athletic Association donors are making a direct and tangible impact on the success of more than 450 OBU student athletes in the classroom, the community, and in the fields and courts of competition. When you give to the BAA, you are truly investing in champions. Learn more and sign up today at obubison.com/BAA. I'm not really certain what the delay is about.
Ladies and gentlemen, your attention, please. There'll be about a 5-minute delay to start the game.
They're in a 5-minute delay, and I can tell you what the problem is now. There are not officials here right now. So they had wound the game clock down to 56 seconds, and it seemed like it had been frozen in time for some time. Both teams were milling around on the floor. Bo Overton went down and visited with Mark Arthur on the Southwestern Christian bench. And now we have been told that there are not officials at least ready to go. Scott, you have a license. Did you bring a whistle? We'll loan you out just to get this game started.
You know what? My toe is actually feeling better after my horse riding accident. Well, I think I could get up and down and make some calls.
OBU 4-17 a year ago. Southwestern Christian went 12-5, and they lost in the Suter Athletic Conference postseason tournament second round. More coming up from Shawnee in just a moment on the Bison Sports Network. Complex. So the OBU campus at Shawnee, we're going to be delayed by about 10 minutes all told, at least for the anticipated starting time of 7 o'clock to the officials. Right now, we're still about 2+ minutes away from the prayer of the national anthem and the introductions of tonight's starting lineup. Scott, a lot of optimism. Every year, regardless of whatever sport it is on opening night, this is somewhat of an unofficial opening night. It's the third exhibition game for the Bison. Our first look at the new-look OBU women. I'm excited about what this season and the possible improvement going forward can hold.
Oh, no doubt about it. And then another good crowd. They've got some kind of Western theme tonight with country shirts, country boots, and jeans, and looks like the student body's going to have a good time. You know, thinking about the officials, sometimes, as you know, coming down I-40 through Midwest City, it's hard to get here. What I'm thinking is there's probably 2 officials in the locker room, and then one was on I-40, and they said, instead of us starting with 2, let's just go ahead and wait till he gets here, and we'll just start with 3.
I offered your services. You're a certified official. I think surely there's a whistle in either Bo or Jason Akers' office you could use, and as you mentioned, the toe is better, so why don't you take one for the team at least for 5 or 10 minutes?
Yeah, I just don't know if I should run, though, but I did go for my first walk this morning from my riding accident. I guess you could call it a horse race.
The horse race without the jockey.
Yeah, jockey was thrown.
Glad you're doing well, and back here with us, my friend. Don't forget tomorrow night, a huge volleyball game inside the Noble Complex. It will be Professor Appreciation Night, 7 o'clock. It's a battle for the top spot of the Great American Conference volleyball standings. Southwestern, who has beaten Oklahoma Baptist this year, one of 2 losses for the Bison in conference play, in town tomorrow night. Hope to have a loud, boisterous crowd out here at the Noble Complex. Volleyball, Oklahoma Baptist ranked 24th nationally, taking on Southwestern Oklahoma State tomorrow night at 7. Then senior night 48 hours later on Thursday night here at 7 o'clock against Southern Nazarene. We'll step aside as they get ready to go through the pregame pageantry. We'll be back to meet tonight's starting lineups and tip it off in just a moment. This is Oklahoma Baptist women's basketball on the Bison Sports Network.
University Lady Eagles and your Oklahoma Baptist University Bison. Ladies and gentlemen, at this time, please stand and join us for tonight's invocation. Please remain standing for the playing of the national anthem. Dear Lord, we thank you for this day. We thank you for every day that you give to us. Thank you for creating us and saving us and sending your Son. We pray for these athletes that they would play to the best of their ability and be free from injury. Be with everyone as they travel home and keep them safe. In your name we pray. Amen.
Our national anthem here as we welcome you back courtside inside the Noble Complex of the OBU campus in Shawnee. Todd Miller, Scott Wattish tonight as we get our first in-person look tonight at the 2021-22 edition of Bison Women's Basketball. Time now for a look at tonight's starters. First of all, for Southwestern Christian University out of Bethany, coached by 7th-year head coach Mark Arthur. They are 3-0 in the season. Abby Phibbs will start, a 5'5 junior from Tulsa, a transfer from NOC Enid. She had a season-high 6 points in their opener against Baptist Bible College. Tresha Yeager will start. She's a 5'4 junior from Piedmont, played high school basketball at OCA. She's had back-to-back games of 17 and 15 against Southwestern College and Kansas Christian. Jillian Snowder will get a start, a 5'6 senior from Canute. She had 13 of the season opener, 11 on Saturday night against Kansas Christian. Their best player is a first-team all-conference selection, and that is Tomois Odrade. She's had games of 19, 16, and 24 for Southwestern Christian this season. Lauren Wade will start. She's a 5'11 junior from Marlow, transfer from NOC Enid. And that is the 5 starters tonight for Southwestern Christian. OBU tonight will start the 5 that they have used in their 2 exhibition losses at A&M and at the University of Texas. Mallory Lockhart is a 5'7 junior from Keller, Texas, a transfer from OCU, where she averaged almost 11 points and nearly 3.5 rebounds 1 season ago. Jalen Stapleton is in her 3rd year as a starter here at Oklahoma Baptist. Started in all 18 games 1 season ago. She's a 5'5 senior from Meade, Kansas, a transfer from Barton County. Madison Chambers will start, a 5'11 junior from Muldrow. She averaged 1.3 points and 1.3 rebounds in 15 appearances, 14 off of the bench a year ago. Andrea Petrarita, who's been the most consistent scorer against A&M and Texas, averaging just a shade under double figures against the Aggies and Longhorns, will start. She is now a senior out of Lithuania, had a great breakout season a year ago, averaged 11 points and 7.2 rebounds per ball game. And Khalifa Ford, who is healthy, looks good in the preseason. 5'10 junior from Bono, Arkansas, averaging 15 and 6.4 rebounds, completes the starting lineup. OBU unveiling brand new home uniforms tonight. They are sharp. All white, letters in green with a slight trim of gold. Southwestern Christian of the road, black and blue uniforms with some light trim. Lady Eagles will go from right to left, east to west inside the Noble Complex here in the first half. Oklahoma Baptist still huddling around their head coach, Bo Overton, about to take the floor. They will move from left to right across your screen. Lord, you can call me home now. I've seen everything. Jason Aker, his assistant Josh Davis, have been thrust into duty tonight. They have put the striped shirts on, and they're going to call at least early this exhibition game.
I think it's the whole boat because it sounds like there's a schedule conflict or somebody to know about this contest.
I thought I had seen everything. In over 3 decades behind the microphone, shocked this one up to a new one tonight. Here we go, Andrea Petrarita, the jump sitter. She taps it twice, and Madison Chambers has it in the backcourt. And we're off and running from Shawnee. First possession of the first 10-minute quarter. Out high with it is Ford. Down low it goes for Chambers. Spins, gets it to Petrarita. Switch to hit a 5-footer with the baseline. 2-0 Oklahoma Baptist.
Perfect follow through by Petrarita, kind of continuing from her 4 of 7 shooting at Texas.
OBU in a man-to-man defense. Phibbs brings it to the front court, guarded by Stapleton. Wing right with it is Tresha Yeager. Yeager back out high for Lauren Wade. They swing it left side. Driving baseline is Odrade, the first-team all-conference player a year ago with the Center Athletic Conference and their league's defender of the year. 5 to shoot for Southwestern Christian. Abby Phipps veers right, hands it off to Yeager on the wing. Drives into the paint. Good defense. OBU just forced a 30-second shot clock violation.
Well, Tresha Yeager caught the ball on the right wing with 3 seconds left. She's going to have to make a basketball move or pull up for the three-pointer. She dribbled all the way across the lane and made that pass. There's no chance to get that shot off.
Khalifa Ford will inbound to Madison Chambers against full-court Southwestern College pressure. Chambers beats it, brings it to the front court to Petrarita, who muscles up. There was contact with the ball, and she still dropped it in. 4 straight for Andrea.
Good eyes, Todd. There was contact with the ball. Great job by Petrarita being strong with the basketball, pulling it down, double pump off the glass.
Bibbs hands it off, right wing side for Yeager. Yeager takes a step left, fires a 3 at back rims. OBU crashes for the rebound, and it's out of bounds. And it looked like that it was last touched by the Lady Eagles. Lauren Wade was the one that looked like she went over the back of Petrarita, who may have hit her head on the floor. The training staff has come out now for Oklahoma Baptist, and it would appear as if the possession is going to stay with the Lady Eagles.
Yeah, Lauren Wade did crash the boards very hard, but if Petrarita would have got out and blocked out Wade, she would have not had to deal with this pain that she's going through right now.
Andrea did not want to come off the court. She's going to be pulled off the court almost literally, and coming to the ball game for the first time is one of those very talented freshmen Coach Overton loves, Sierra Copeland, a 6'3 freshman from Howell, Texas. She had games of 4.6 rebounds against A&M, 3 boards, no points in 11 minutes against Texas. O'Drida comes back for the inbounds pass, and it's off of her out of bounds.
That's because Madison Chamber got her hand in the cookie jar, tipped that ball, went off the Southwestern player.
We've added a third official, Zach Rogers, another men's assistant coach out there. Take me now. 8.5 minutes to play first half. Chambers with it left wing. OBU leads 4-0. They set a high screen with Copeland, instead go left. With the basketball, a Stapleton drives into the shot, blocks it. May have been a pass, went right to Copeland, he lays it in.
Good job by Copeland because Lauren Wade blocked that shot. That ball's loose. Copeland in stride, picks that ball up, lays it in for the layup.
6-0 OBU. We're almost 2 minutes gone into the first period. Yeager with the basketball, leaves it out high for Odrade. Odrade goes to the rack, lays it up left-handed, and a foul on the floor against Oklahoma Baptist.
That was Jason Aker from the backside, the C official, away on the other side of the floor making that call.
They've called the foul on Madison Chambers. Our crack officiating crew almost forgot to signal who the foul was on. Odrade gets the inbounds pass, drives, kicks it out, and Jillian Snoder knocks down a corner 3. Just like that, the lead is in half. It's 6-3. Stapleton presses the issue. Southwestern gets back. Ford crosses over, gets deep, scoops it up and in. And one for Khalifa Ford.
You got to love Khalifa Ford and her aggressiveness. She knew she was going to the rack from the time she was at the top of the key, caught that ball, dribbled inside the free throw line with the hand, moves it to the left, up, under, off the glass.
Odrade with the foul. It is her first team foul against Southwestern Christian. So Ford would go to the free throw line. Last year, she was just under 77%. Foul shot is up, and it is good. And this has been a great start for OBU. They lead it again by 6, 9-3.
Yeah, Oklahoma Baptist very aggressive on the offensive end. They left Snowden out there in the corner open is the only blemish they've got.
Snoder with the basketball, bounces it for Andrade out front. Now she'll bounce it right side for Phibbs. Top of the circle to Yeager. Drives to the foul line, jumps, misses the shot. Lauren Wade, weak side with the rebound, whips it back out high. Phibbs goes straight to the goal, misses the layup. Wade with the rebound, goes back up and in off the window. Lauren Wade, she's been a horse early on the offensive glass for Southwestern Christian.
Not one Bison has gotten a body on Lauren Wade every trip up the floor.
Wing right with it is Chambers around the defender of the year of the Cedar Athletic Conference, Odrade, and a foul call as Chambers was able to get to the rim and draw the foul on Snoder, the help defender. That's her first and the second of the opening period for the Lady Eagles.
Yeah, Chambers was by the defense, got by Snowden, just reached out as a Hail Mary at the last second trying to block that shot.
Madison played 15 minutes in College Station, tallied 2 points, did not score, pulled down 5 rebounds in 27 minutes at Texas last Thursday night. And Maddie hits her first free throw. OBU was 16 of 24 against A&M for the foul line, 19 of 26 against Texas last Thursday night. Second free throw is good. Bison lead it again by 6. They've led 9-0 or 6-0, 9-3, and now 11-5.
Let's see if somebody finds Lauren Wade on these shots. Lauren Wade crashes the board. She's got the ball at the free throw line right now.
Wade kicks it elbow left. Snoder's jump shot is out of bounds, and I think they've called a foul underneath against Sierra Copeland. We're going to call her for a block, and that is the first on Copeland, the second team foul against OBU. 6:59 to play first period, 11-5 Oklahoma Baptist. Rare home appearance here in the 2021 portion of the schedule. Inbounds pass stolen away. Mallory Lockhart intercepts the pass. She's been quiet early. Moves right. Now is cut off on the wing to Stapleton. She gets a good look at a three and rolls it home. Jalen Stapleton with a basket. Nova U leads by 9, 14-5.
Outstanding play by Mallory Lockhart, reading the inbounder's eyes the whole way. She comes from the backside and picks that pass off.
Phibbs to Yeager on a handoff. Now Wade sets a screen high. Yeager comes back left, hands it off to Phibbs. Abby around Stapleton, scoops it up, going to the goal, missed everything. Wade pulls down the board and puts it back up and in.
Lauren Wade just, she sets up wherever she wants when Southwestern College shoots.
Lauren Wade has 2 of the team's 3 field goals, and both have been offensive rebounds. 14-7 Oklahoma Baptist. Right side is Lockhart to the corner. Now to Stapleton, wing right. Show attack against the zone. Goes up. Shot was blocked. It's out of bounds as Stapleton ended up going face and belly first to the hardwood. They're going to say it's off Southwestern Christian, so the Bison will throw in with 15 of the shot clock.
Good no call by Josh Davis on the baseline. Stapleton, who's a very aggressive player, she cuts through the trees, probably the shortest player on the floor. Double pump, that ball didn't get hit. If anything would have been called, it probably would have been a jump ball.
6:11 to go first period. OVU leads by 7. It's their biggest lead of the night. Again, they had 3 6-point leads to start the contest. Chambers to inbound, lobs it to Mallory Lockhart in the right corner. She dribbles up in front of Mark Arthur on the Southwestern Christian bench. Now they lob it down low. Copeland got pushed by Wade, hit the bottom of the backboard, and Odrade with the rebound.
That's a good catch by Copeland because she was feeling the backside help on the defense coming. She secured the ball, but just a bad shot.
Wing left is Yeager, puts up a 3. No. She follows her shot, pulls it down. Tresha drives, almost lost it off of her leg. Now saves it back inbounds to Odrade, top of the circle. She goes right at 2 defenders and a foul. It's a block, and it may go against, well, it's not against Copeland. It's on Madison Chambers. That's her second personal.
I think that was an out-of-control dribbler on that. Andrade, she lost control of the basketball, then the foul's called.
Tamaris Odrade, who is out of New Mexico Junior College, a senior from Brazil, hits the first free throw. She has had 19, 16, and 24 points in 3 Southwestern Christian wins this season. Second one is up. That one is good. She was the Sooner Athletic Conference Defender of the Year a year ago and first team All-SAC selection. Lead is down to 5, 14-9 with 5.5 to play in the opening period. Stapleton jump passes left circle for Ford. Ford with a dribble, attacks, is cut off left block. That comes back to the high post. Leaves for Stapleton. Jalen pivots left of the paint. 12 to shoot. She'll bounce it for Ford, who bangs her way into the defender, and an offensive foul call. She stuck the basketball into the gut of Lauren Wade, who was waiting for her, and Khalifa Ford has her first personal.
Yeah, maybe. You know, Wade could have had the verticality going straight up. She definitely wasn't set. I thought she was inside the semicircle, and Khalifa Ford just going hard as that Ford truck to the rim.
Bison early shooting 5 of 7. Southwestern Christian 4 of 9. They try to set a screen, wing right. Yeager gives it off of the quarter to Phibbs, who comes top of the circle, now attacks. Good move to get around Lockhart, and she lays it in.
Lockhart just had to stay in between Abby Phibbs and the basket because she's got a couple of inches on her. There's no way she's going to shoot over her, but good foot speed by Phibbs.
Phibbs with her first basket. Out high with it is Ford. She'll fire a long 2. It rattles off at the top of the circle. Odrade with a rebound. Tamaris in transition, out of control, and an offensive foul called on Odrade. That's her second personal foul. And Jalen Stapleton, who the last 2 years has led the Bison women in charges taken, took one there. And Kendall Parker, a 5'6" freshman from Plano, Texas, about to check in along with Jill Leslie, the 6'3" freshman from Wichita Falls, Texas.
I like that call by Aker on the baseline. Stapleton was not set, but she's given ground the whole time and is several feet in front of Andrade. And Andrade, she was out of control again.
4 straight on the board for the Lady Eagles. It's down to 3, 14-11 Oklahoma Baptist. Don't forget, the best way to follow your favorite Bison teams is with the all-new OBU mobile app. Download for free on your Apple or Android device by searching OBU Bison in the App Store or Google Play. Also checking in is Malou Savannah, the 5'4" junior from Copenhagen, Denmark, who last year played in 20 games, made 17 starts, averaged 3.4 points per ball game. Scottner will be back here this weekend. What a classic the Bison men have in store. The top two teams in the Northern Sun Intercollegiate Conference are slated to visit. Wayne State, the South Division favorite, and overall league preseason favorite, Minnesota State Moorhead will be here. Southeastern and MSU Moorhead Friday night at 5:30, followed by the Bison at 7:30 against Wayne State.
Wow. So would Bo Overton and Brennan Siegler be the ones officiating?
I'm going to guess.
You flip-flop, you know.
I'm going to guess that there would probably be an issue with everybody involved in that if that happened. Nothing against those two. Wing right, Peyton Taylor with the basketball. The OCU transfer works to the top of the circle, leaves it for Kendall Parker. Parker to Savannah. Malou drives in, jump passes down low, and gliding to the goal is Petrarita. It rolls around twice and finds the bottom of the bucket.
You know, once again, credit Petrarita being strong with the basketball. The ball gets hit, and she doesn't hesitate, just powers to the rim.
5-point lead for Oklahoma Baptist. Bison now have gone to a 2-3 zone. Out high is Abby Phipps. She had the last basket a moment ago for the Lady Eagles. She swings it left side for Trisha Yarger. Play clock down under 10. Phipps dances with it right circle. On the wing for MJ Case. Case with it in the corner, gets it back, now cross courts it. One to shoot, Yarger spins, goes up, airballed it. Shot clock violation, a second set turnover here in the first period for the Lady Eagles.
Good defense by Malou Savannah, because the dribbler was going to the basket, pulling up for a shot. She's all over her. Gets in the way, forces the shot clock violation.
3:37 to play, opening period. Todd Miller, Scott Wanish with you on the Bison Sports Network tonight. OBU leads at 16-11. Right side, Kendall Parker spins, glides to the baseline, lobs it down low to Petrarita, and a foul before the shot from Andrea. And we'll have to read it. I think they're going to call it, they do, on Abby Phipps. That's her first. It's also the fourth against Southwestern Christian, so the next will send OBU to the free throw line.
The reason why Petrarita caught that foul is because she's been being so strong in the paint with the basketball.
Peyton Taylor to inbound, right side for Savannah. Malou with it to Kendall Parker. Now to Taylor, left of an Andrea Petrarita screen. Works to the top of the key, slides left. Taylor underneath the goal, lobs it to Savannah. She'll trick her three and got it. That's why they brought her to OBU to knock down three. She struggled in that category last year. Hits her first triple of the night, and OBU leads by 8.
Because of the threat of Peyton Taylor dribbling along the baseline, Savannah was wide open, kick out by Taylor.
Masquat with a basketball. That's Lauren who just checked in. Masquat gets a return pass. Now leaves it off for Christina Jenkins in the corner to Lauren Masquat. Out high with the basketball, MJ Case. Driving baseline is Phipps. Feeds underneath the Wade, who scoops it up and missed it. Good interior defense by both Peyton Taylor and Andrea Petrarita. Bison with the basketball and their biggest lead of the night of 8, 19-11, with 2:36 to play in the first period. Petrarita, top of the circle, fouling extended right wing. Gets it for Savannah. Now to Taylor out front. Left side, Parker. Parker against the man-to-man. Tries to drive. Phipps cuts her off. Parker gets deep. Bounces it out for Taylor. 7 to shoot. Peyton drives. Kicks it for Parker for 3. Misses short for the top of the circle. Savannah runs down the rebound to the far corner.
Wow. Malou Savannah, good defensive play and good job to run that basketball down. Sometimes her foot speed, she gets beat to that ball.
Kendall Parker turns the corner, goes to the goal and lays it in. Well, I think she looks like she's got a great future and just a freshman.
Yeah, it just looked like a lot of confusion by Southwestern Christian there on the defense.
1:51 to play, opening half. OBU scored 6 straight after Southwestern had cut it down to 4. Quick three put up right wing, rattles off, no good. Rebound underneath to Leslie. With 1:45 to play in the period, OBU's open up a 10-point lead. Malou Savannah with it, foul on extended left wing. Kendall Parker out front, directing traffic. Now pop it out high as Jill Leslie swings it right. Peyton Taylor, 12 to shoot. They work it around the perimeter and leave it left side for Parker. 10 to shoot. Petrarita comes out high, sets a screen. Parker moves left, fires a mid-range jump shot and got it.
You know, I was wondering why Petrarita just gave that basketball up so quickly, but maybe Coach Overton just called that to have that screen for Petrarita to get that open shot.
8 straight for OBU, and they lead it by a dozen, 23-12, with aces wild to go in the first period. 1:11 to play. Left corner with it is Lauren Wade to Abby Phipps. Phipps against the zone. Lobs it right side. 3 on the way for the right circle is short, and down for the rebound is Jill Leslie. That three was off MJ Case's right hand and was short. Bison cleared into the front court. Difference of about 30 seconds of the shot and game clock.
I tell you, Lauren Wade was inside the right block again. It was fortunate that that basketball bounced outside the right block where Leslie got the rebound.
40 seconds to play, opening period. Out high with it is Peyton Taylor. Holds it above her head, drives, flips it right. Savannah gets her feet set, fires a three. That one is a little too strong. Underneath, Leslie plays volleyball with Wade, and Lauren wins the rebound for the Lady Eagles. Difference of a half second of the shot and game clock. We're under a half minute to play here in the first period. Bison lead it by a dozen. Top of the circle is Phibbs. She drives, whips it right. MJ Case, another three. Back rims that one. Wade had the rebound and it was taken away from behind by Peyton Taylor. And then a foul as Peyton Taylor is knocked hard on the floor. They were trying to get the trap set. They're going to call the foul on Phibbs. That is her second. How about the aggressive play, though, of Peyton Taylor?
Peyton Taylor reached over the top of Lauren Wade, Todd, who has not been blocked out by the Bison all night long. She just out-leaped her, grabbed the ball, great aggressiveness. Then Abby Phibbs comes like a missile from near midcourt and just drills Taylor to the floor.
4 seconds to play in the period. Kendall Parker angles right, hands it off, circle right. Jill Leslie, air ball for three at the buzzer. OBU had a 14-6 lead. Southwestern Christian cut it to within 4, and OBU shuts them out the rest of the way and leads by a dozen after one. 23-11 Bison will step aside for just a moment here on the Bison Sports Network.
Noble McIntyre.
And I'm Jordan Klinger of McIntyre Law.
The devastation of losing a loved one is impossible to measure. When it happens because of someone else's negligence, the grief can be overwhelming. Wrongful death cases are unique.
Whether the cause was an automobile, semi, motorcycle, medical malpractice, or job-related accident, we can help.
If you want to know more about your family's rights, call us. The consultation is free. We love what we do, and we're good at it. We are trial lawyers. Call McIntyre Law today.
First 10 minutes, 9-15. They hold Southwestern Christian to 1 of 6 from 3 and 29% field goal shooting, 4 of 14. Rebounds, Southwestern Christian plus 4, 10-6. Look into the heart of Shawnee's Depot District. Theopolis is a neighborhood restaurant offering an exciting menu of scratch-made dishes, highlighting local ingredients. Their modern, eclectic downtown space includes ample outdoor seating and the best live music in the area on Theo's patio. Make Theopolis your destination before or after the game. Look online at theopolissc.com or call 405-788-4404 to make your reservation. Southwestern Christian will inbound at midcourt, and they were choked off to the tune of 4 of 14 field goal shooting in the first half. Lady Eagles have never led. Oklahoma Baptist raced out to a 6-0 lead and have led by as many as 12 as they do to start play here in the second quarter. Peyton Taylor with it between the circles. They work it left. Masquat with the basketball. Gets it to Odrande. Odrande flips it to Taylor. Pulls up at the foul line, trying to bounce pass. It was a lazy pass, and Parker with the interception. Half a minute gone here in the second period. Kendall brings it to the front court and lobs it and throws it away. That one is intercepted by Jillian Snoder. Snoder gets it to Odrande down low. She drives, trying to bounce it back to Jenkins, and it's ripped away and stolen. Taylor with a steal. Another turnover for Southwestern Christian. That is their 8th here in the first period plus. Bison lead at 23-11. Under 9 minutes to play before halftime. Bad pass from Savannah is going to be intercepted. For the Bison, that will be their 3rd turnover of the contest.
That's 2 steals in a row for Snoder coming up behind Petrarida.
Odrande misses wide left on a 3-pointer. Rebound to Kendall Parker, who's played good minutes for Bo Overton's club off of the bench here in the first half. Bison lead at 23-11 with 8:40 to play in the half. Parker will trick her a 3 left wing. It's short. Odrande off the front of the rim. Has it, now gallops back the other way. Got the ball caught on her hip. Didn't call a travel. Taylor with it. Out high to Jenkins. Pump fakes, pulls up and swish. Knocked down a long 2. Christina Jenkins with her first basket off of the bench. She's had 15 of the first 3 starts for the Lady Eagles. 13 coming to the season opener against Baptist Bible.
Good job. Wide open shot. Fast break by Southwestern Christian.
Parker kicks it out. Quarter left, 3. Halfway down and out for Peyton Taylor. Under 8 minutes to play here in the first half. OBU leads at 23-13. Odrade spins, goes to the rim, and a foul called. And I think they're going to call that on Peyton Taylor. So Tomaris Odrade will be at the free throw line for 2 free throws. Peyton has her first. Peyton Taylor is a senior from Ada, transferred in from OCU last year. Averaged 5 points, 4 rebounds, dished out 13 assists in a truncated season for the Stars as Odrade hits the first.
I tell you, Mark Arthur has told his troops to push the ball up the floor, and it got them back in the game, cut this down to single digits.
Phil, Petra Ryda and Jalen Stapleton out there on the floor as Odrade hits both free throws. Started to say that Peyton Taylor has good lineage, athletic lineage in her bloodlines. Her father, David, played baseball at Oklahoma State. 7:44 to play in the first half, 23-15. A little run for Southwestern Christian. Petra Ryda hands it off to Stapleton, turns the corner and lays it in.
Nice design play by Coach Overton. Perfect give and go. Petra Ryda just up by the right elbow. Hand off to Stapleton, who's so fast she got to the rim.
Jalen with 5 at the other end. Yeager trying to pick and roll, throws it away down low. Stapleton with the interception up ahead, left wing for Lockhart. Mallory back to Jalen left slot. Top of the circle with it is Melissa Southern out there for the first time, the senior from Elk City. Highfield lobs it down low to Petra Ryda, who backs up, missed the jumper, gets her own miss in front of the rim, and still is able to get it up and in.
Yeah, that's a bad miss on the first one, but a great job using her body to keep the defender off of her. Didn't use the glass, but still hung on and put it back.
Open 16-footer rolls off for Christina Jenkins at the other end. Highfield knocked to the floor, and the foul has been called against Jillian Schnoder. That's going to be her second. Andrea Petra Ryda is 4 of 5 shooting. She has 8 points to go along with 2 rebounds. Her only offensive rebound came on her only miss here with the first 2 periods. Bison by a dozen. Wing right, Mallory Lockhart. Around the screen, kicks it left, Stapleton. To the corner, Heifel. Triggers a 3, it rattles off. Petra Ryda was on the back and is going to be called for the foul. I was just about to say I think she got by with it, and then that's when Josh Davis blew the whistle.
It was a late whistle. It's debatable. The reason why it was called, because Lauren Wade did a great job of pinning Petra Ryda. If you block out fundamentally, you're going to get those calls over the back.
Andrea with her first, team second here as we played almost 4 minutes here of period number 2. Odrade drives, pitches right corner. Yeager penetrates, lays it high off the back of the rim, won't drop. Kayla Highfill with the rebound. To midcourt, leaves it left side for Lockhart, and now OBU will settle into a half-court defense. Southern for Stapleton, right wing against the Southwestern Christian man-to-man. Petra Ryda sets a screen. Stapleton moves left, pulls up at the foul line, back rimmed it. Petra Ryda runs down her third rebound. Just ripped it away that time from Odrade. Now left corner for 3. Highfield got it! Ayla Highfield with her first basket. OBU has doubled up the Lady Eagles 30-15.
I tell you, year after year, we watch Petra Ryda. She gets leaner and faster every year. She's faster than she was last year.
Odrade lobs it to Wade, top of the circle. Andrea cheats off of her. Now it's Taylor, right circle. They cross-court it for Yeager. Puts up a 3 and back rims that. Yeager had the rebound, and Highfield whipped it away from her. Kayla will dribble into the front court. Bounces it up ahead for Stapleton, and it's knocked away. So Odrade to save a layup for the time being.
Since Kayla Highfield has come into this ball game, she's gotten 3 rebounds, and all 3 of them were because she wanted the ball more than anybody else. She gets up there at the pinnacle, pulls the ball down hard.
Chambers replaces Mallory Lockhart on the floor. Updated field goal shooting, OBU 12 of 23. Southwestern Christian 5 of 19. Highfield off the inbounds pass from Stapleton. Works left wing. That goes to Chambers. Back to Jalen. 17 to shoot for the Bison. 5.5 to play first half. 30-15. Stapleton left of the screen. Now attacks right. They roll Petra Ryda. She'll short arm a 4-footer in front of the rim. And Odrade has the rebound for the Lady Eagles. Odrade slides left, leans into Stapleton. Good defense by the much smaller Jalen Stapleton. Forced her into a bad shot, and Petra Ryda with a rebound.
Yeah, Petra Ryda has a lot of height. against Tricia Yeager. Tricia Yeager just listed at 5'4".
5:05 to play here in the first half. Bison a chance to build on a 15-point lead. Stapleton with it right side to Chambers. Madison swings it to Kayla Highfield left wing. Down low to Petra Ryder, who goes left to right, is cut off. Now they reverse to Highfield and a kick out. Shot was short. Southern crashes, and she's called for the foul.
You know, that's a good call. But, you know, Coach Overton's not going to be upset with that foul because both Bison went after and sandwiched the Southwestern Christian player fighting for that offensive rebound.
It was actually the third on Chambers. Time out on the floor, 4:50 to play here in the first half. Oklahoma Baptist doubling up Southwestern Christian 30-15. Bison have cooled off here in the second period, Scott. Still shooting 48%, 12 of 25, but their defense and limiting, really, since the midway portion of the first period, the Lady Eagles to one shot and done have been the keys.
I think that is the height advantage overall. Of course, Lauren Wade had a lot of, she's at 5'11" for the Eagles inside because nobody's blocking her out, but Andrea Petrarita is having her way on the offensive glass and the defensive glass because of her timing of her jump and just her height being 6'1".
Today's game is presented by McIntyre Law. When experience matters, OBU alumnus Noble McIntyre and his award-winning team of personal injury attorneys are ready to help. Visit them online at McIntyreLaw.com. Bison basketball also presented all season long by the First National Bank and Trust Company, where our team is committed to serving yours. Visit our Shawnee branch or find out more about our products and services. Check us out online at fnbokla.bank. That's the First National Bank and Trust Company, your bank for life. Member FDIC. Time back in. Southwestern Christian will have the basketball, having been limited to 15 points in over a period and a half. Wing right is Yeager on a handoff, drives, Chambers cuts her off. Yeager slips, Stapleton ties up the basketball, and that's a turnover as OBU has the arrow.
Good job by Jalen Stapleton getting her hand in the cookie jar, hit that basketball, interrupted the dribble by Tricia Yeager.
Ninth turnover for Southwestern Christian. How about this? 14-2, the OBU points off turnover advantage against the Lady Eagles.
And it's the Lady Eagles that really upped the tempo early, and a certain group that Overton had on the floor.
Stapleton bangs her way to the paint, lobs it down low for Petrarita, who goes up. The shot was blocked by Wade. It came up short. Odrade with the rebound, sprints back the other way, 1-on-3. Now kicks it out quarter left. Snoder's three, no good. Lauren Wade with the rebound. Highfield knocked it free. It's on the floor. Ford picks it up. Khalifa Ford, 2-on-2. Bounces to the Chambers and misses everything on the left-handed layup, but Ford cleans it up and puts it back up on the end.
You know, I don't know if Snowden hit Khalifa Ford, but she was so strong with it, it wouldn't have mattered. Ford was going strong to the rim with that ball.
32-15, Oklahoma Baptist, 3:44 to play in the first half. Schnoder with the basketball. Only 4 points here for the second period for Southwestern Christian. Yeager kicks it right wing. Pump faking, driving, pulling up right block. Schnoder missed another one. Well, they cannot buy a basket. Southwestern Christian now is 5 of 22. Chambers on a run-out goes back door and lays it in.
Hey, good job by Madison Chambers seeing two shot blockers coming there. Instead of just going for the left-handed layup, she used the rim as protection, reverse layup.
Abby Phipps guarded left baseline by Jalen Stapleton. Out front for Jillian Schnoder. Right side for Yeager. She'll step into a long three and got it. Boy, they needed that one. Tressa Yeager from Piedmont knocks down the three. It's a 16-point game. Madison Chambers, right wing, right of a screen from Ford, lays it up, missed it short. You've got to finish those as Tressa Yeager has the rebound. Yeager in transition, diagonally dribbles through the paint, now reverses left to right and missed the layup. Was in the cylinders and rattled out, and now we get a timeout as Mo Overton has called for a stoppage of play with 2:43 to play here in the first half, at Oklahoma Baptist and Shawnee leading 34-18. Scott, so far your thoughts?
I think that was a great timeout by Bo Overton because that was ugly. As you mentioned, Chambers misses a shot inside the right block. You've got to convert on those. Then on the reverse down here, Oklahoma Baptist is very fortunate that Yeager missed that wide open layup. Petrarita 6'1", Yeager's 5'4". Petrarita has got to block that shot.
Don't forget, huge volleyball tomorrow night, 7 o'clock. Teacher Appreciation Night here at the Noble. Southwestern, Oklahoma Baptist for the top spot of the Great American Conference volleyball standings. 1 week remaining before the postseason tournament in Hot Springs, Arkansas. Bison fell a spot in the latest poll. They're 24th nationally. And they host Southwestern tomorrow night at 7. 7 Nazarene here at 7 on Thursday. Football in Bethany. 2 o'clock kickoff against the Crimson Storm. We'll have it for you on the Bison Radio Network, starting with the pregame show at 1:30. Men's basketball on the YouTube channel only on Friday night on the YouTube channel and on KGFF here in Shawnee Saturday night. We're going to be busy, partner.
Boy, it is, but only one football game left, so it's going to be basketball all the way into the middle of March.
Khalifa Ford to inbound. Ford, Kendall Parker out there. Also on the floor is Kennedy Large for the first time. Sierra Copeland is out there, and Madison Chambers. Bison by 16 with 2:40 to play here in the first half. Chambers with it, foul line extended right wing. Moves left, Ford top of the circle. Khalifa directing traffic, angles to the wing. Hands it off now for Large, who gets into the paint, scoops it up and in. Another one of those freshmen, this one from Bing, Kennedy Large for their first basket.
Yeah, nice job by Kennedy Large. Dribbling around the hook from the left wing all the way up the top of the key, up the lane for the layup.
Kristen Strain with the basketball, swings it left side for Odrade in front of us. Back top of the circle for Yeager. Yeager's guarded by Chambers. Boy, OBU's defense has been good. Down the paint goes Phipps, and another turnover. Large knocked it away, comes up with it, up ahead to Chambers. Chambers does not have the numbers. Loses it, left block. Now will dribble out from underneath. Reset of the wing. Now speeds into the paint, throws up a runner, back rimmed it. Rebound tipped by Large to Ford. She'll throw it up and in.
There's no moving Khalifa Ford. That ball bounced to the left side of the lane, right where Ford was. 2 Southwestern players bump into her. Ford doesn't even budge, goes up for the soft little jumper.
38-18, Oklahoma Baptist, 97 seconds to play in the first half. Odrade turns to the 3, drives in, draws a double, leaves it for Jenkins at the foul line, almost airballed it. Came up short, rebound underneath to Kennedy Large. Large to Parker into the front court. They work it down low to Ford, and Ford fumbles it and then try to knock it out of the wing and knocked it into the bleachers.
Well, Madison Chambers was standing outside the three-point line. She's got to recognize that Khalifa Ford is in trouble. She's off balance and push it. She's standing flat-footed, and that ball just went a little too hard to her left and let it go out of bounds.
72 seconds to play here in the first half. OBU leads at 38-18. Yeager with the basketball. Works right wing. Gets to the baseline. Dribbles around Chambers. Lobs it left corner. Open for 3 is Strain. Gives a pump fake and hits it right in the face of Ford.
Yeah, I think she got away with a traveler. Strain jumped up to the right, did not use her dribble.
Kendall Parker, right wing to Chambers. Madison drives, pulls up at the block, and loses the handle. Out of there with the turnover, Abby Phipps. Phipps crosses over. She's cut off on the baseline by Parker. Now cross-courts it. Top of the circle. Odrade puts up a 3, misses that one. She is just frustrated as she can be. 38-21 OBU. Difference of 2.5 seconds of the shot and game clock late first half. Khalifa with the top of the circle will angle right, hands it off. Kennedy Large comes to a stop of the paint. That whips it out left wing side for Chambers to Ford. Underneath it goes for Copeland. It's knocked away and stolen. Back-to-back bites and turnovers.
That was a good pass.
5 seconds to play in the half. Odrade blocks her way to the paint. Got by with a step, and she's going to go to the free throw line because of a blocking foul against OBU.
I don't really have a problem with that call, but on the other end, Sierra Copeland sets up nicely in front of the semicircle, was not strong with the ball. It was a good pass right to her hand. She just reached up and let the defender knock it out.
Sierra Copeland has her second foul. They call it to the floor. It's the 4th against the Bison here in the period. 3 seconds to go before half. Phibbs backs it out. A dribble lock move at the buzzer. This is wide left of a 3-point attempt. And Oklahoma Baptist, who's led by as many as 20 in the first half, will take a 17-point lead to the halftime locker room. 38-21 in this final exhibition game of the season for the Bison women. They lead over Southwestern Christian. We'll be back in a moment on the Bison Sports Network.
Noble McIntyre Law. We have over 100 years of combined litigation experience fighting for Oklahomans injured by medical malpractice and medical devices. These injuries are caused by medical products including defective hip implants, hernia mesh and breast implants, and IVC filters, as well as drugs such as valsartan, Xarelto, and Xeljanz. If you have been injured and want to learn more about your rights, call us right now. The consultation is free. We love what we do, and we're good at it. We are trial lawyers. Call McIntyre Law today.
Lead by 17 over NAI, Southwestern Christian University from Bethany. Scott, there were a lot of good things in the first half. Maybe a little too many turnovers, a little sloppy with the basketball to end the half after the Bison had built their biggest lead of the ball game. That by a count of 20 points with a minute 48 to play before halftime.
Yeah, I'm really impressed with Andrea Petroida. Opened the scoring with a nice little jump shot, about 6-footer outside the paint, nothing but net. Then a lot of times inside, very strong with the basketball. Sometimes the ball's getting hit while it's in her hand. She maintains control, goes up strong, off the glass. I think it's only one time that she didn't convert inside.
Bison Athletic Association donors are making a direct and tangible impact on the success of over 450 OBU student athletes in the classroom, in the community, and in the fields of competition. When you give to the BAA, you are truly investing in champions. Learn more and sign up today at obubison.com/BAA. Unofficial leading scorers at halftime for Southwestern Christian with 4 points apiece is Tamaris Odrade. She has 4 points along with Lauren Wade. The Bison's leader at halftime is Andrea Petroida with 8, close behind Khalifa Ford with 7. OBU 3 of 3 for the foul line. Southwestern Christian was 4 of 4 in the first 2 periods of play. First meeting between these two teams since March the 10th of 2016. That was in a regional NCCAA tournament out in suburban Denver at Lakewood, Colorado. OBU won that night 87-56. They lost to Colorado Christian in the regional championship game. Went to Winona Lake, Indiana the following week. Went 2-1 and finished third in the NCCAA National Championships. Ironically enough, Southwestern Christian last year went 2-1 in that same event. Lost in the semifinals to Alice Lloyd, Kentucky, and finished third at Winona Lake, Indiana. 38-21 is our score. Scott's back with the first half numbers in a moment on the Bison Sports Network.
Estate planning is a crucial step in protecting your family's future. With an estate plan, you can decide how to distribute your assets, make healthcare decisions, and support ministries after you pass away. It involves some pretty big decisions, but with guidance from Water's Edge, you can plan for your children's future, give to kingdom causes, and get expert help along the way. Build a solid foundation for your family. Start your estate plan today. Visit watersedgeservices.org.
Exhibition basketball, Oklahoma Baptist 38, Southwestern Christian 21. Individually for Southwestern Christian, Jillian Snowder, 1 for 3 from the field, 1 for 2 from downtown. She has 3 points. Lauren Wade, 4 defensive rebounds, one offensive. All 3 times she wasn't blocked out. She got those rebounds. 2 for 3 from the field, 4 points, 4 boards. Abby Phibbs, 1 for 3 from the field. She has 2 points. Tresha Yeager, 1 for 9 from the floor, 1 of 5 from beyond the arc. And that was a 3-pointer that she scored for 3 points. Tamiris Andrade, she has missed all 3 field goals, 4 for 4 from the line for 4 points. She also equals Wade's output of 4 total rebounds. Rounding out the scoring for the Eagles, Kirsten Strain. She had a 3-pointer from the top of the key late in the first half. She had 3 points to round out the 21 points for the Eagles. For Oklahoma Baptist, Andrea Petroida leaving off where she left off at Texas. 4 for 7 from the field. Exactly what she shot from the field in the game at Texas. She has 8 total points, 5 rebounds. Khalifa Ford also 5 rebounds, 3 for 4 from the floor, very strong with the basketball as well. 1 for 1 from the free throw line, 7 points. Point guard Jalen Stapleton, 2 for 4 from the field, 1 for 1 from downtown for 5 points. Madison Chambers, 1 for 4 from the field, 2 for 2 from the charity stripe. She has 4 points. Sierra Copeland, 1 of 2 from the field, 2 points. Kendall Parker, 2 for 4 from the floor, missed both of her 3-pointers for 4 points. Malou Savannah with a 3-pointer and a kick-out pass from Peyton Taylor. She has 3 points. Kayla Highfield, 1 for 3 from the floor. Those were all 3-pointers for 3 points. And rounding out the Bison scoring, Kennedy Large, 1 for 1 from the floor with 2 points. At halftime, it's Oklahoma Baptist women 38, Southwestern Christian 21. This is Bison basketball on OBUBison.com.
Noble McIntyre.
And I'm Jordan Klinger of McIntyre Law.
The devastation of losing a loved one is impossible to measure. When it happens because of someone else's negligence, the grief can be overwhelming. Wrongful death cases are unique.
Whether the cause was an automobile, semi, motorcycle, medical malpractice, or job-related accident, we can help.
If you want to know more about your family's rights, call us. The consultation is free. We love what we do, and we're good at it. We are trial lawyers. Call McIntyre Law today.
Southwestern Christian 21 at intermission. Biggest lead of the game for the Bison was 20 at 1:48 mark in the second quarter. Southwestern Christian has not led in the game. Best scoring run of the game for Southwestern Christian was 6. That was with 5:07 left in the first period. Oklahoma Baptist went on an 11-0 run with 3:26 in the second quarter. Lead has never changed. The game's never been tied. Oklahoma Baptist holds a 19-minute and 48-second advantage of time with the lead. Points from turnover, OBU a huge advantage, 16-5, and points from the paint, 22-16. Second chance points, Oklahoma Baptist 13, Southwestern Christian 6. OBU 2-0 on fast break points, and points from the bench, OBU 14-5. Shooting by period, Southwestern Christian 4 for 14 in the first. 1 of 6 from downtown, 2 for 2 from the free throw line. For the game, Southwestern Christian 7 of 28, 25%, 3 for 12 from beyond the arc, 25%, and an untarnished 4 for 4 from the free throw line. For Oklahoma Baptist, in the first period, OBU shot 9 of 15 at 60%, 2 for 5 from downtown, perfect 3 for 3 from the free throw line. For the game, OBU is 16 of 33, 48.5% from the field, 3 of 10 from beyond the arc, and a perfect 3 for 3 from the line. Madison Chambers leads OBU officially with 2 stats, 2 assists. Oklahoma Baptist has 6 turnovers, 10 turnovers for the Eagles. On the boards, Oklahoma Baptist holds a 21-17 advantage in that category. Steals 4 for the Eagles, 6 for the Bison, and then assists 6-2 OBU. At halftime, Oklahoma Baptist leads Southwestern Christian 38-21. This is Bison basketball on OBUBison.com.
Estate planning is a crucial step in protecting your family's future. With an estate plan, you can decide how to distribute your assets, make healthcare decisions, and support ministries after you pass away. It involves some pretty big decisions, but with guidance from Water's Edge, you can plan for your children's future, give to kingdom causes, and get expert help along the way. Build a solid foundation for your family. Start your estate plan today. Visit watersedgeservices.org.
Intermission, OBU enjoys a comfortable lead over the visitors from Bethany Southwestern Christian, 38-21. Scott just went through the first half numbers. We'll look at a couple of interests. 48.5% field goal shooting for the Bison, 16-33. The Lady Eagles were 7 of 28 for the floor, 25%. They also were 25%, 3 of 12 from three-point range. Oklahoma Baptist was 3 of 10. Rebounds now +4. Bison 21-17. Offensive rebounds dead even at 6. Bison led almost the entire way. In fact, 99% of the first half. The only tie was at 0. Oklahoma Baptist's largest lead was 20 at 38-18 with 1:48 to play in the first half. Bison have forced the Lady Eagles into 10 first half turnovers, committed 6 themselves. Points off turnovers in the first half, big advantage for OBU, 16-5. Bench points, 14-5, Oklahoma Baptist, and no matter how you slice and dice it, it's a 17-point lead at halftime. Women will officially open up their schedule on Friday and Saturday at the GAC MIAA Challenge, hosted by Southwestern, Oklahoma State, and Weatherford. Friday and Saturday. Friday, the Bison will take on Pitt State. Saturday afternoon, Washburn University. Men are at home for a classic. Friday night at 7:30 against Wayne State. Saturday night against Minnesota State Moorhead at 7:30. YouTube page access for the broadcast on Friday night. YouTube page and local radio KGFF on Saturday night. Challenging schedule for both the OBU men and women as they get set to open up Sooner Athletic Conference, or Sooner Athletic, how about Great American Conference play on December the 2nd at Northwestern, Oklahoma State. OBU at halftime enjoys a 17-point lead, 38-21. We'll step aside for about 60 seconds. Be back with the start of the second half on the Bison Sports Network.
Noble McIntyre Law. We have over 100 years of combined litigation experience fighting for Oklahomans injured by medical malpractice and medical devices. These injuries are caused by medical products including defective hip implants, hernia mesh and breast implants, and IVC filters, as well as drugs such as valsartan, Xarelto, and Xeljanz. If you have been injured and want to learn more about your rights, call us right now. The consultation is free. We love what we do, and we're good at it. We are trial lawyers. Call McIntyre Law today.
Never showed up, so the OBU men's basketball coaching staff with the striped shirts and whistles, Jason Aker, Josh Davis, and Zach Rogers tonight.
Yeah, on this level, I don't think it was a no-show. There's some kind of misschedule by somebody, probably on the scheduler's part.
All right, here we go. Tresha Yeager to inbound. Southwestern Christian down 17. Shoots off to a right here to start the second half. Abby Phipps, top of the circle, guarded by Jalen Stapleton. OBU in a man-to-man defense. Right side is Odrade. She'll slide to the top of the circle. Chambers is out there with her. Bounces at foul line right now for Wade with 10 to shoot. Wade squares up, is covered up by Sierra Copeland. Left circle with it is Phipps. She drives in, bounces right side for Yeager. She goes up. Shot was partially tipped by Copeland. Ford had the board, went to the floor, and they're going to call a tie-up. That's unfortunate because that does give OBU the arrow, but they lose it.
Well, looked like Khalifa Ford had inside position. Not a bad call. You could go with a jump ball there.
38-21. These guys have really done a good job.
Yeah.
Left paint is Copeland, drives, runs over Stapleton, goes up. Shot was blocked. Clean block by Abby Phipps. Southwestern Christian with a rebound. Into the front court with it is Tavares Odrade. Cross court's at left side. Yeager knocks down a 15-foot jump shot. And the first points of the third quarter belong to the Lady Eagles. It's 38-23.
I tell you, Yeager makes the most out of her 5'4" frame. Puts the ball on the floor quickly. Nice little pull-up jumper.
Wing right, Stapleton. Copeland flashes the high post. Sierra takes the dribble, hands it off to Jalen, sets a screen. Stapleton moves left, spins down the paint, goes up, another block shot. This time the block is credited to Jillian Snoder. Andrade in transition, attacks left and lays it in.
Oh, Andrade, from up the left side of the lane, gets hit and still forces it in off the left glass.
OBU nearly turned it over. Good hustle play that time by Madison Chambers. First 4 points for the Lady Eagles to start the second half. 8:18 to play here in the third period. Stapleton the screen and roller forward. Left-handed layup is good. Did you see how she used the right side of her body?
Yeah, and she protected with that right side of her body on Lauren Wade coming across for the block, and then she used the left hand to keep it away from Wade.
9 points, a team high total for Khalifa Ford tonight. Andrade right of the paint goes up. Copeland says not tonight as she knocks that one out of bounds.
Hell, Andrade was not getting that shot off against Copeland. Copeland just walked right to her, and that was a swat.
40-25. Jason Akers assumed his usual position right in front of us here.
And he needs to use the table as a rest. He's got his arm on it.
Andrade gets it down low and a tie-up as they block the shot of Lauren Wade. It was Khalifa Ford. And they're calling a foul on Lockhart. That's going to be her first.
Yeah, see, Aker had a jump ball at half court. That's not his call.
7:57 to play in the third. OBU by 15. They've led by as many as 20. Inbounds pass to Yeager, left corner. Side steps to the wing, bounces it down low, and it's kicked by Sierra Copeland out of bounds.
Oklahoma Baptist in man-to-man.
Tresha Yeager inbounds to Andrade out front. Lobs it right corner. Snoder reverse pivots, goes up, and Sierra Copeland blocks another shot. Copeland with a rebound.
That's a great block shot by Copeland. She just runs and gets it at the pinnacle.
Lockhart with it, right wing, bounces to Ford. Ford banging it away. Now drop steps, is cut out of there. Good defense by Snoder. They leave it left side for Chambers. Madison to Jalen. Stapleton back to Chambers, left wing. Now to Stapleton, who retreats backwards near the midcourt stripe with 10 to shoot. Gets a double high screen as Jalen angles left. Top of the key, Ford, 5 to shoot. Ford leans and backs in a little floater down the paint.
That is one thing I love about Khalifa Ford. She's so strong with the basketball. She'll get some charges sometimes, but she'll just plow right through the lane and go to the rim.
42-25, Phibbs with the basketball. Leaves it for Wade, who goes to the goal, a collision. And the foul underneath is going to be called against Oklahoma Baptist, and Lauren Wade will get up off the hardwood and attempt 2 free throws.
Yeah, but how about 6'3" freshman Sierra Copeland with those 2 big block shots? She doesn't even hardly have to jump. I think she could even jump even higher than that, but her timing was perfect, getting those balls at the pinnacle.
Sierra Copeland with her 3rd personal foul. Lauren Wade will go to the line, looking for her 5th point. Her season high in official games, 7 against Baptist Bible. She had 6 against Southwestern College and 3 last time out against Kansas Christian. First foul shot is up and good. Looking to keep the Lady Eagles perfect at the foul line tonight is Lauren Wade. Kendall Parker about to check back in. If the free throw is good, it's short. Rebound is tipped, and Stapleton comes out of there with it. 5 of 6 foul shooting now for Southwestern Christian as Stapleton is going to be knocked hard to the floor. She dribbled into the paint. That's against Abby Phibbs, and that's her 3rd.
You know, Stapleton is very fast off the dribble, but Phibbs didn't have the basketball, so she gained some ground, and she's got great foot speed.
Kendall Parker comes in to replace Madison Chambers.
And she went so fast that she came up and just almost got the basketball, but clipped Stapleton on the ribs.
Lockhart will inbound left wing to Parker in front of the OBU bench. Now to Stapleton to Kendall. Parker back to Jalen out front against the Lady Eagles zone. 14 to shoot for the Lady Bison. Out high with it is Stapleton around the screen from Ford. Now to Mowry, back to Jalen, to Khalifa at the high post. Stapleton wanting to go one-on-one now with Phibbs. 4 to shoot. Gets it for Ford. Ford fumbled it and then dove on the floor and throws it away. Andrade coast to coast to the goal. Sweeping layup is good.
Yeah, Oklahoma Baptist was a little bit tentative on that 2-1-2 zone against there, wondering who's going to take the shot. Bo Overton just called a new play right here.
42-28 with 6:10 to play here in the third quarter. Jalen Stapleton with it between the circles. Moving right. On the wing is Mallory Lockhart. Now they reverse it left side to Parker. Back to Stapleton to Ford at the high post. Khalifa drives and an offensive foul. Khalifa Ford has her second foul as she ran over Lauren Wade.
Yeah, I think that's a good call. Lauren Wade had position there. She's not near as fast as Khalifa Ford, and she ain't as strong either because Ford just dropped her to the boards.
Scott, this has not been a great third period. Under 6 minutes to go in the period, and the Bison have just 4 points and lead by 14.
Yeah, and that lead has diminished from 17 at intermission. You're exactly right. Coming out, I think, having that zone defense that Mark Arthur has put out there, some of the Bison shooters are a little bit tentative.
Phibbs with it on a hard dribble between the circles out front. Shot clock already down to 15 seconds for Southwestern Christian. 5:43 to play in the third period. Odrade with it right side, top of the key to Phibbs. They try to lob it back door from Yeager to Odrade, and it's too high out of bounds.
Nice play by Mark Arthur, a nice backdoor screen, but the pass was way high.
11th turnover tonight for Southwestern Christian. Under 5.5 to play third period. Oklahoma Baptist by 14. Lockhart to Stapleton out front. Now to Parker to Ford. Turns, shoots, scores. Just beyond the right block. Khalifa Ford has 13.
Nice soft touch on the right baseline. Good follow through, nothing but net for Ford.
Ford had 5 each against Texas A&M and Texas last week down to the Lone Star State. 5:05 to play here with the third. Yeager with a basketball. Feeds it left side for Abby Phipps. Back to Yeager. Long three. Back rims. Rebound tipped by Stapleton. It's free on the floor and picked up by Lockhart to Jalen. One dribble up ahead to Parker. Kendall pulls up 14-footer. Too strong right wing. And the rebound to Odrade. Odrade brings it down the floor. One-on-one with Stapleton. Goes up. Banks it a runner.
Yeah, just the height advantage by Andrade, but I like Stapleton staying there, trying to challenge the shots. You got a hand in the face, just a better offense.
10 points now for Andrade. 4:26 to play in the third, 44-30. Stapleton left side for Mallory Lockhart. Back to Jalen against the zone, swings it right. Three in the leg, no good from Kendall Parker. It'll bound out of bounds. Checking in for Southwestern Christian, Lauren Masquat. Also coming in for the visitors is Christina Jenkins. We'll have the inbounds play out of a timeout with 4:20 to play third quarter. Oklahoma Baptist leads it 44-30 over Southwestern Christian on the Bison Sports Network.
Estate planning is a crucial step in protecting your family's future. With an estate plan, you can decide how to distribute your assets, make healthcare decisions, and support ministries after you pass away. It involves some pretty big decisions, but with guidance from Water's Edge, you can plan for your children's future, give to kingdom causes, and get expert help along the way. Build a solid foundation for your family. Start your estate plan today. Visit watersedgeservices.org.
The First National Bank and Trust Company. Talk to our first. Also by SSM Health, St. Anthony Hospital, Shawnee. They have a game plan to keep you healthy. Visit ssmhealth.com. Third quarter shooting, OBU 3 of 12. Southwestern Christian is 7 of 11. For the ball game, 36% for the Lady Eagles, 42% for OBU. Minute to go in the third. The lead has gone from 20 in the first half, 18 at the break, or 17 at the break, down to 5. Jump shot put up by Jill Leslie, misses short of the baseline. Odrade with a rebound. Tamaris in transition, works right side, pulls it back to Phipps. Left side for Masquat. 20 to shoot, foul line left is Wade. Drives, goes up, missed a bunny. OBU dodged the bullet as Southern has the rebound. Parker underthrows Savannah. It's intercepted by Odrade. And then Malou knocks it away out of bounds.
Nice block out by Melissa Southern to get that rebound, and then she's got two big steals here where Southwestern Christian could be even in this game.
Caitlin Taylor and Kristen Strain are in for the Lady Eagles. Little surprise, Scott, going back to that timeout that Mark Arthur called the timeout.
Oh, they're on a huge run, and I think what Mark Arthur did was he just switched defense from a zone that was working to man-to-man.
Taylor with it between the circles. Shot clock is off. 13 seconds to play in the period. Masquat leaves it for Taylor out front. Odrade, left corner. Wade, 5 seconds to play in the third. Masquat, right circle, one dribble, leaves it off on the wing. The three at the buzzer, no good from Strain. And Southwestern Christian poised to pull the upset. Leads or trails by just 5 through 3 in Shawnee. 44-39 Bison. Back in a moment on the Bison Sports Network.
Noble McIntyre Law. We have over 100 years of combined litigation experience fighting for Oklahomans injured by medical malpractice and medical devices. These injuries are caused by medical products including defective hip implants, hernia mesh and breast implants, and IVC filters, as well as drugs such as Valsartan, Xarelto, and Celgans. If you have been injured and want to learn more about your rights, call us right now. The consultation is free. We love what we do, and we're good at it. We are trial lawyers. Call McIntyre Law today.
3%, they're down to 41% field goal shooting, 19-46. Southwestern Christian, 54% third period shooting, 7-13. 34% for the night, 14-41. Rebounds +1. Lady Eagles 28-27. 14 turnovers, Southwestern Christian, 10 OBU. Points off turnovers doubling up. The Lady Eagles, the Bison, 18-9. Leading scorer, Khalifa Ford with 13. Andrea Petrarida with 8. She had those in the first half. Odrade now has 13 to pace all scores in the ball game. Southwestern Christian ball to start the fourth period. Odrade with it, top of the circle. Taylor swings it left side, Masquat. Under 20 to shoot now for the Lady Eagles. Hand it off right side for Strain to Odrade. She'll put up a three and got it. Girl can play. Got off to a tough start, and she's made up for it.
Yeah, Peyton Taylor just did not get out far enough on defense, get a hand in her face.
It's a 2-point game for the answer. Lockhart misses a three left wing. Southern crashes, but it's off over out of bounds. Good hustle by Mo. Now 3 of 16 to the Bison from three-point range.
Yeah, Southern anticipated that bouncing off the left from the free throw line right up the left side of the lane, got a fingertip on it, almost came away with an offensive board.
Taylor bounces it foul line left, squaring up as Wade, attacks right, goes over Copeland, lays it in, and the game is tied. Southwestern Christian has overcome a 20-point first half deficit, 44 apiece. Bison still in the second half have scored just 6 points. Right side is Taylor. to Stapleton. Left side to Mallory Lockhart. Back to Jalen. Stapleton with it right side to Peyton Taylor. Shot clock is down to 12 against the zone. Peyton Taylor drives, leans, and backs it in off the window. Good play by Peyton Taylor.
Excellent move. Coach Overton talked about Taylor being aggressive off the dribble, can move. Good first step by Taylor.
Lockhart nearly stole the basketball, punches it towards midcourt. Masquat runs it down. 17 to shoot now for the Lady Eagles. Odrade, right side, moves left, goes down the paint, bangs into Copeland, and Odrade ends up on the floor. She's going to get to the foul line as well. Incidentally, Peyton Taylor, that last basket is her first tonight. I think they've called the foul on Savannah. That's going to be her second. Her freshman best at OCU came against Southwestern Christian, 14 points, 3 rebounds.
There wasn't a foul there on Copeland. Copeland was standing still, held her ground outside the semicircle. Andrade dribbled into her. I thought they just ruled that the ball went out of bounds.
Damaris Odronde has hit the first foul shot, and the second one is up, and that one is no good. Her first miss at 8 attempts. Lead remains 1 for OBU. Minute and a half gone here in the fourth period. Stapleton with it to Taylor out front. Back to Jalen between the rings to Lockhart in front of us left side. Southern trying to get open to the high post. Bison finally find her. Moe with a couple of dribbles, slides left, kicks it to Lockhart for 3, left quarter, no good. And the rebound to Yeager. And nearly a turnover forced by Southern, who knocks it out of bounds.
Lockhart just stood behind the three-point line after shooting from the left corner. I would think maybe if she's a safety, she's got to get back, but she did not follow her shot. She could have had an easy rebound.
Southwestern Christian has never led in the ball game. We're under 8 minutes to play, and they could take their first lead with a bucket here. Taylor with it right side. Top of the circle for Lauren Wade. Wing left for Tresha Yeager. Now Odronde. She spins, backs it out, one hands a pass to Taylor right side, left of the screen. Now jumps it down low with the screen and rolled away. He throws it up, missed the layup, and the rebound to Mo Southern. She's given Mo Overton some tough minutes here tonight off the bench.
Sarah Copeland, she altered that shot by Wade.
Peyton Taylor looking, finding Copeland down low. Copeland turns into a double team, kicks it out. Taylor's 3 on the way, no good. And Yeager has it for Southwestern Christian. Still a 1-point OBU lead with 7:15 to play in the ball game. Right side, Yeager being pestered that time by Mallory Lockhart. Nearly reached in and stole it away. Taylor with it between the circles. Slings it left wing side. Now to Odronde, top of the circle. Right side to Taylor against the OBU man-to-man. They work it down low. The jump shot missed. Underneath again from point-blank range. This time by Strain. OBU dodges another bullet, preserves a 1-point lead with under 7 to play from Shawnee. 46-45. Stapleton with it, calling for some help out high, gets a screen from Copeland. It's cut off, foul line left, went up, and we get a foul, and that will go against Kaiten Taylor.
Kaiten Taylor was aggressive going after that basketball. I think that's a good goal. Got a piece of Stapleton's arm there.
So Jalen Stapleton is going to go to the free throw line. Jalen has been a good foul shooter in her career. Last year was 52 of 70 for just under 75%. And as I say that, they're going to award the foul on the floor, so Peyton Taylor will throw in. Lobs it to her former teammate, Mallory Lockhart at OCU. And a foul called against Southwestern Christian.
On the previous play on defense, either Peyton Taylor or Sierra Copeland got a piece of that block shot.
Odrade draws the foul. It's her third. Team 2 for Southwestern Christian, early fourth quarter. 6:35 to play in the ball game. OBU leads at 46-45. Still have not scored to the Bison here in this fourth quarter. Stapleton angles right, gets it to Lockhart. Drives baseline, pulls up, missed a 12-footer. Off the rim, Yeager has it up ahead for Odrade. To the rack, lays it up and in. Southwestern Christian leads for the first time, 47-46, with 6:11 to play.
Yeah, Andrade, she's a 6-footer, but in the open court, she does a great job getting to the rim.
Stapleton walks it across midcourt from right to left. Southern with the basketball. Left side, Peyton Taylor. Taylor around the Copeland screen is covered up. Now jump passes to Jalen left side. Stapleton one dribble to Southern, back to Jalen, to Taylor. Peyton drives to the goal, whips it across the floor to Lockhart. Mallory lobs it to Taylor, and she was out of bounds.
Yeah, she's got to reestablish position. Good call by the baseline official there. Peyton Taylor still had 1 foot, came up in the air, had not reestablished inbounds.
47-46 with 5:42 to play. Southwestern Christian has their first and only lead of the night. Caitlin Taylor with the right side to Yeager. Between the rings, Strain. Now to Odronde. 14 to shoot. Wing left is Yeager. She'll put up a three and bricked it. Rebound underneath the Wade, goes up and she's fouled.
Wow. Copeland somehow got behind Wade underneath the goal, but it was a bad shot off the rim, went straight down.
Copeland has her fourth personal foul. 47-46. Southwestern Christian as Jill Leslie is coming in after the first foul shot from Lauren Wade. Copeland about to come out of the ball game with those 4 fouls. Second team foul against the Bison, fourth period. Wade's first foul shot is flat. SCU tonight has been in the line 11 times. They've made 8 of 11. It's misleading. Odronde has made 7 of 8. Nobody else other than Lauren Wade has attempted a free throw, and she's 1 of 3. Second free throw to make it a 2-point game is good. She now has 8, does the junior from Marlowe, and transfer from Northern Enid. 48-46 with 5:19 to play on the ball game. Taylor with it left wing around the screen. Kicks it to Stapleton. Right corner for Lockhart. Back to Jalen, to Taylor. 2-3 zone by Southwestern Christian. Lockhart tried to feed it down low, and over the back was Wade. Commit her first.
Good job by Melissa Southern to keep Wade on her back, forcing the official to make the over-the-back call.
OBU just not attacking the zone at all.
Well, there's nobody making outside shots, so the Southwestern Christian just sagging in.
Peyton Taylor looks down low for Jill Leslie. Instead goes to Stapleton, back to Peyton. Taylor to Stapleton, swings it right for Lockhart. 13 to shoot. Leslie with it on a high post to Stapleton for 3. In and out and almost back in off the window. Rebound on the floor, and Southwestern Christian has it, leading by a bucket with trip force to play in the fourth. Cross midcourt, Caitlin Taylor with a basketball. Whips it to Odronde right side. Back to Taylor, wing left, pump fakes. Good job by Lockhart to stay down. Now it's Wade top of the circle to Odronde. She'll drive, scoops it up, missed the layup around Jill Leslie, and OBU has the rebound. Bison down 2. They've still not scored here in the fourth period. 4:15 to go in the game. Wing left is Peyton Taylor, right of a Leslie screen. Peyton cross courts for Jalen, back to Taylor. Hesitant, turns down an open 3. Now drives left is Peyton Taylor. Wheels and gets it to Southern. Back to Stapleton. Jalen for 3. Got it. He was in and out, hung on the rim for a second and fell back in. Jalen with her second made 3, only the 4th of the night for OBU, and they lead by a point. There's the answer, put up and missed, wing left by Strain. Bodies on the floor, it's saved inbounds by Lauren Wade. Back to Strain again for 3. That was challenged by Southern. Leslie with a rebound to Stapleton. Jalen through 2 defenders, pulls up at the foul line and goes to the floor and draws the foul. Caitlin Taylor, a look of disbelief on her face. And Taylor has picked up her second. That's the 4th against Southwestern Christian here in the period. And Jalen Stapleton doing what veterans do, Scott, in a tight game, trying to take this one over. She hit the big 3 to put OBU back in the lead, and now to the line for 2.
A monumental three-pointer. I know that ball rattled around, hit the board, hit the rim, hit the board, and went down. But that Oklahoma Baptist had to have that to pull Southwestern Christian out of that tight zone. And then she has the fortitude to dribble up the floor, full blast, pull up in the lane, draw the foul, get 2 shots.
Time out on the floor with 3:39 to play in the ballgame. We'll remind you to visit shopobubison.com, the official online store of Bikes and Athletics. Browse their tremendous selection of officially licensed OBU shirts, hats, jackets, and much more. 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, 365 days a year. OBU basketball brought to you by McIntyre Law, SSM Health, St. Anthony Hospital, Shawnee, Theopolis, and the First National Bank and Trust Company. 49-48, Oklahoma Baptist leading NAI Southwestern Christian. That 3-point basket by Stapleton was OBU's second here in the fourth quarter. It was their fourth for the ball game. OBU from 3 tonight, 4 of 20. They're shooting 39%, 21 of 53.
And it's a lot better here in the fourth quarter because in the third period, the Eagles outscored the Bison, tripled their points, 18-6.
That's fair to say. What plagued him last year, at least early, is plaguing him here tonight. He could have excused it against A&M and Texas, but tonight just not making shots from the perimeter, and that's played right into Southwestern Christian's defense.
Well, I think Coach Overton purposely is resting Andrea Petrarita. She has not seen the court in the latter half, and she makes a big difference. She can score inside defensively as well. And then also, when Petrarita scores inside, it opens up the outside.
Jalen Stapleton knocks down the first of 2 free throws. It's a 2-point lead. Jalen had 5 points, 2 rebounds, was 1 of 12 at A&M, 6.7 rebounds in 20 minutes. 2.6 rebounds against A&M and had 5 and 2 rebounds at Texas. She hits both. It's a 3-point lead with 3.5 to go.
Because that's a 5-0 Jalen Stapleton run right there.
Phipps. Odronde tries to drive, pitches out. Wade's jumper on the way, no good for the top of the circle. Guess who? Jalen Stapleton the rebound, whips it up ahead to Highfield, who just checked in. Kayla sidesteps right to the baseline and pulls it out high to Stapleton. Jalen with it near the Bison logo center circle. 3:05 to play in the ball game. Lockhart bounces it to Jalen, right side to Highfield. Stapleton drives, bounces down low. Leslie fumbles it. Dot bodies on the floor, will get a tie-up, and the arrow belongs to Oklahoma Baptist. But they have to be careful with 3:01 to play in the ball game and leading by 3, only 7 on the shot clock.
That was an outstanding pass by Stapleton. She faked the pass to the left corner, dribbled through traffic up the middle of the lane. Perfect bounce pass to Leslie, who fumbled it. Blew a wide open chance for a layup.
Highfield has to inbound, lobs it on the baseline now for Southern. Mo to Stapleton, 4 to shoot. Jalen crosses over, bounces to Southern at the shot clock. She'll put up a 3 and side rimmed it. Abby Phipps with a rebound with 2:52 to play. Phipps into the front court right side. Slides, Stapleton cuts her off. Odronde with it right side. Odronde dives in, jump passes. Quarter 3 for the tie is good.
Jillian Snowder hits a high arcing 3 from the left corner. She bricked the last couple. Thought that was good for them. Her last shot she made was in the opening half.
2:17 to play in regulation. We're tied at 51 at Shawnee. Highfield looks low, cross courts it. Long 3 in front of us by Lockhart. It's good. Valerie Lockhart with her first bucket of the night. And how about that one from the junior?
5 feet behind the line here on the left wing. That is a mammoth shot. High arcing 3.
Yeager with it right side. Side steps left. Reverses right in front of Mark Arthur on the bench. They loop it down low now for Wade. Goes to work against Leslie, who knocked it out of her hands. Thinking it out on the floor was Kayla Highfield. To Stapleton up ahead left side. Lockhart. She'll put up another 3. Got it! Oh, Lake Toledo, Valerie Lockhart with back-to-back 3s. 1:44 to play. It's a 57-51 game.
Great job by Highfield getting on the floor, getting that basketball. Lockhart confident from the previous 3. She wasn't even going to go to the goal, just pulling up from downtown.
Odronde with it right side. They reverse down low to Snowder, and the shot's blocked out of bounds by Jill Leslie.
That's back-to-back blocked shots by Leslie. The last time the ball came up was a scrum for the ball. OBU comes up with it. Lockhart hits her back-to-back 3s.
57-51 Oklahoma Baptist. Lockhart with back-to-back 3s, as Scott just told you, broke a 51 all-time. Southwestern Christian is led by as many as 2 here in the fourth period. Odronde drives, pitches left corner, 3 on the way with 4 to shoot. Hit the rim. The kiss is off the window when it's good. Phipps with the shooter's roll on the road now has 7. The lead sliced in half, 57-54.
I think Kayla Highfield actually got a fingertip on that ball in the left corner, knocked it off, and it's still bounded around in the rim, up and in.
The best way to follow your favorite Bison teams this academic and athletic year is with the all-new OBU mobile app. Download for free on your Apple or Android device by searching OBU Bison in the App Store or Google Play. Located in the heart of Shawnee's Depot District, Theopolis is a neighborhood restaurant offering an exciting menu of scratch-made dishes, highlighting local ingredients. Their modern, eclectic downtown space includes ample outdoor seating and the best live music in the area. Make Theo's Patio your destination for great live music. Make Theopolis your destination before or after the game for great dining. Book online at theopolissc.com or call 405-788-4404 to make your reservation today. We are going to go down there at some point to Theopolis. I've heard nothing but great things about it.
There's plenty of time, Todd, plenty of time.
Highfill, Stapleton, Southern, Lockhart, and Jill Leslie out there with the floor. We've not seen much Khalifa Ford here in the fourth period as well. 57-54 is a 20-point game at halftime. The lead was 17 at the break. A 20-point game in the first half, 17 at halftime, and a 5-point OBU advantage going to the fourth. Southwestern Christian has had a brief 2-point lead here in the fourth. Highfill with 14 to shoot and a minute to play. Gets a screen, moves right from Leslie. Now gives it off in front of us for Stapleton. Back to Southern, right side. Now to Jalen, 7 to shoot. Highfill with it to Stapleton. She'll step into a 3. It's short off the front rim. Lockhart with a rebound. Dribbles out from underneath and she's fouled. And she's going to go to the free throw line for 2 free throws. That is the 5th foul here of the fourth period against SCU, and Abby Phipps has her 4th.
Boy, Abby Phipps is an aggressive player. She can't be much more than 5'5", 5'4". Just drilled Mallory Lockhart, but Lockhart did a good job by keeping her back between Phibbs and the basketball, so forced Phibbs for her 4th foul.
Mallory Lockhart last year at OCU averaged just under 11 a game and 3 rebounds. First foul shot is up and it's good. Lockhart a year ago was just underneath 93% for the line, 13 to 14.
Well, those are massive shots that Lockhart hit, those 2 3-pointers, along with Stapleton's.
Highfill was out. Taylor is in. Lockhart now has made the last 8 for OBU. They lead it by 5. 2-possession game, under 50 seconds to play. Into the front court left, Abby Phipps. Bounces on the wing for Yeager. Out high, Lauren Wade. She throws it away for it right to Peyton Taylor. That's one of the reasons she's out there. And Stapleton is fouled immediately by Yeager. That's going to be her first. I'm going to tell you this, Southwestern Christian, we thought coming to this was a good ball club. I think they're going to do much better than 5th in the Center Athletic Conference. Mark Arthur has himself a good team.
Yeah, there's no doubt about it. It took a lot for the Bison to, looks like they're going to pull this win out if they make these free throws up 5 right now.
Jalen at the foul line. Stapleton's first free throw is up, but it's good. So Stapleton in double figures with 11 against, she had 2 at A&M and 5 against Texas. Stapleton was 0 of 8 against Texas A&M, played 23 minutes at the University of Texas last Thursday. Second one is up, nothing but down. No, it hadn't been pretty, Scott, but I'll tell you, but a couple of players really step up and make some big-time shots, both from the perimeter and from the foul line.
Well, yeah, Oklahoma Baptist is screaming for somebody to step up, make an outside shot. First, Stapleton rattles home a 3, and it rattled up off the board, around the rim. Mallory Lockhart transfer from Oklahoma City University. I think that's the answer for OBU's outside shooting woes. Hit that long 3, high arcing 3, and then in transition after a block shot by Leslie, just walks up and knocks another one, and that got the separation away from the Eagles.
32.1 seconds to play, so there's a difference of 2.1 seconds in the shot and game clock. Not that that matters because SCU has to pull the trigger as quick as they can. Down 7, 61-54. Bison on a 10-3 run after the game was tied at 51.
Yeah, I agree with you. Southwestern Christian, they're going to have no problem playing in the Sooner Athletic Conference. And it looks like they're going to be vying for a title instead of 5th place honors.
First of 5 straight road games for Mark Arthur's club. Next stop is Plainview, Texas against 2nd-ranked Wayland Baptist. Adronde to inbound of the corner, gets it back. Adronde works it against Taylor, who cuts her off. Corner left as Phipps drives in, bounces. Baseline right, Wade lays it up, missed it. But she's fouled. The last thing you want, and sending SCU to the free throw line without time moving. Jill Leslie with her first, and honestly, they're lucky it wasn't a 3-point opportunity.
Yeah, Leslie was real confident by blocking the last 2 times up the floor. Looked like she might have got that clean, but when you come down over the head and that follow through, most of the time the official's going to call that foul.
Wade misses short of the free throw. She has 8 points, 4 at each half. Jillian Snoder has come out of the ball game for the Lady Eagles. Bison lead at 61-54. Second free throw's up, and that one is good. So Wade gets one of two. Into the ball game comes MJ Case, the freshman from UConn. The 32nd Bison timeout has been called. 23.5 seconds to play, 61-55 Oklahoma Baptist.
All right.
Next we see OBU at home, Northeastern State at 2 o'clock a week from Saturday.
Well, I'm trying to remember the plays from last season. This is our first time to see the women. Well, Coach Overton, out of these timeouts in these situations, he always wants the ball on the right side of the floor. So when he calls timeout, he gets to advance it over on the right side. A lot of time there's a hook, a backside screen where somebody gets an open shot at the free throw line.
Peyton Taylor will inbound the basketball. Taylor, Southern, Leslie, Stapleton, and Lockhart are on the floor for the Bison. Peyton Taylor inbounds to Jalen. Jalen takes a dribble and a blocking foul called against Abby Phipps, and it should be her 5th personal.
Baker called that from the half-court line. Josh Davis is over there laughing. He didn't, right in front of him, didn't call nothing.
Imagine if that happened in one of Jason Akers' games.
Look at how far back he is. And that was way down here in the corner. He called that.
He came by at halftime, gave me a high five, and just grinned from ear to ear. Told he and Josh Davis what I said earlier. God, you can take me now. I've seen everything. Jalen Stapleton to the free throw line. First one is up, and that one is no good. They were not scheduled, the Bison men's coaching staff, to officiate this one tonight. Jalen's second free throw is up, and that one is good. So she has made 5 of 6 at the line. She'll come out. And Madison Chambers will come in with 21.2 seconds to play, at OBU leading by 7. Inbounds pass goes to Taylor. She'll bring it to the front court, bounces it left corner for Yeager. They swing it right side. Odrande works around Chambers, scoops it up and in.
Chambers was all over. Andrade went strong, still got that ball to go in.
Inbounds pass to Lockhart and a foul. Yeager immediately, that's her second. So Mallory Lockhart, who has hit a couple of big threes here in the second half. Like she was responsible for 6 straight after the game was tied at 51. Lockhart, if she hits both, would have a double-figure scoring game for the first unofficial time in a Bison uniform. Tallied 11 on the Lone Star State road trip last week. First one is good. Bison have been good tonight for the free throw line as they've been there 11. This will be the 12th time. Lockhart hits both. They've hit 11 of 12. And a timeout, 32nd timeout called by SCU. 64-57 Oklahoma Baptist.
Lockhart really has that nice soft touch. Beautiful follow through on the free throws, matching her long range shots.
Not much Khalifa Ford in the second half. Not much Andrea Petraraya. And I wondered just for a little bit if it doesn't have to do with Petraraya hitting her head in the first half.
You know, that's
I think it's probably more. He's just wanted to rest her. He knows what she's about. Look at some other combinations.
I think you're right there on the ladder, Todd, because, and Khalifa Ford too, they're going to be on the floor in crunch time. These girls, some of these girls aren't. So he's looking at what he can look at, and fell behind there in the fourth quarter too because of it.
64-57, 7.9 seconds to go. And Odrande will inbound the basketball, looking to the corner. Instead goes out top of the circle. And a turnover. Strange bounce pass stolen by Southern, who now is tied up by Snoder. And the arrow favors SCU with 2 seconds to play.
Perfect timing by Kayla Highfield. She read the play was going to be a three-pointer from the top of the key. She takes a perfect angle and blocks the three-point attempt.
Inbounds pass will be triggered in by Caitlin Taylor. Caitlin Taylor gets it off, wing left. Yeager takes a dribble, fires a three. It's blocked by Lockhart at the buzzer. OBU wins at 64-57.
Wow, 2 big defensive plays at the end. Of course, Oklahoma needed a 7-point shot, but 2 block shots to end the game.
64-57 the final. We'll step aside, be back in a moment on the Bison Sports Network. Probably a little bit tighter than it should have been. But in a way, Scott, if you're Bo Overton, you don't mind seeing what your kids can do in a tight game, because remember the pregame show, we mentioned that a game's decided by 2 possessions or less. Last year, OBU was just 1 of 4.
Yeah,
this was a 51-51 game before Mallory Lockhart took things into her own hands.
Well, Oklahoma Baptist was in control of this whole game in the opening half, had an atrocious third period coming out of the locker room, getting their points tripled by them. But big plays by Mallory Lockhart. Of course, no Andrea Petrarita or Khalifa Ford in crunch time, but Oklahoma Baptist got it done.
Final numbers are in. We'll take a look at them. Southwestern Christian 35% field goal shooting, 20 of 57. OBU 40%, 23 of 57. The Bison, though, made just 7 shots in the second half. They were 7 of 24 after halftime. Rebounds tonight. Oklahoma Baptist out-rebounded by 147 to 36. 15 turnovers for the Lady Eagles, 11 for the Bison. Assists tonight, 11 on 23 made shots for OBU. 8 assists on 20 made baskets for Southwestern Christian. Both teams had 5 blocked shots in the ball game. Jill Leslie had 2, and they were very timely blocked shots down the stretch to lead Oklahoma Baptist in that category. 7 steals tonight for SCU, 9 for Oklahoma Baptist. SCU outscored OBU 18-6 in the third. OBU wins the fourth, 20-18. Wins the ball game tonight, 64-57. 3 in double figures for Oklahoma Baptist. Khalifa Ford finished with 13 points in just under 16 minutes of play. Jalen Stapleton, 13 points, 3 rebounds, 2 assists, and a steal. She played just under 26 minutes of the ball game. Mallory Lockhart, 10 points, 2 rebounds, 2 assists. She played 23 minutes of action. And Lockhart was 2 of 4 from 3, but those 2 were both very, very big shots. 8 points from Andrea Petrarita tonight, 5 rebounds. Rounded out the scoring, 4 points apiece from Kendall Parker, the freshman, and Madison Chambers. 3 tonight from Kayla Highfield, 2 points apiece from Copeland and Taylor, and 2 from Kennedy Larch. The foul line, Oklahoma Baptist was 12 of 13 in the win. That helped to offset a tight night shooting, especially in the second half. OBU made just 7 field goals after intermission, 7 of 24, settled for 40% field goal shooting. Individually tonight, 21 points from Andrade to lead Southwestern Christian in a losing effort. She was their only double-figure scorer. Lauren Wade had 9 points, 7 from Abby Phipps, 6 points from Jillian Snoder, and then 5 points from Yeager, 4 points tonight from Jenkins, 3 from Strain, 2 points from Caitlin Taylor. That's the scoring. The total tonight of 57 for Southwestern Christian. Their leading rebounder of the ball game was Odrade, as she finished with 8 rebounds as well, 5 assists, 3 steals. Lauren Wade tonight had 4 of the 5 block shots for Southwestern Christian in a losing effort. We told you Jill Leslie had a couple of late block shots in the fourth quarter. She had 2 to lead OBU's parade of 5 block shots in a winning effort. Points from turnovers tonight, OBU 20, Southwestern Christian 10 points in the paint, Bison by 10, 28-18. Second chance points, Oklahoma Baptist 15, Southwestern Christian 12. Fast break points, advantage Bison 12-8. Bench scoring, OBU plus 7, 16-9. Biggest lead of the ball game came late in the first half, 1:48 to play in the first half. The Bison led by 20. They would go to the break leading by 17. Southwestern Christian would take a short-lived 2-point lead in the fourth quarter before, again, the big 3-point baskets back-to-back on 2 straight possessions from Mallory Lockhart. And OBU ends up escaping tonight 64-57. For what it's worth, you can throw those stats in the trash. They don't count for anything. This team must get better and in a hurry with a tough couple of games coming up this weekend in Weatherford.
Well, I tell you, a huge stat that Oklahoma Baptist had to push them over for the victory. Mallory Lockhart and Jalen Stapleton, both 2 for 4 from downtown. That's 50%, 4 of 8 from beyond the 3-point arc to push the Bison, get some separation from the Eagles.
All right, that's going to wrap it up tonight here for the Nova Complex. Final score, OBU 64, Southwestern Christian 57. Hope you'll tune us in for basketball as the men host the GAC Northern Sun Intercollegiate Conference crossover matchups on Friday. We'll have video and audio only on the OBU YouTube page. Friday night, 7:30 against Wayne State. We'll have video and audio plus the radio broadcast on KGFF here in Shawnee Saturday night as Oklahoma Baptist will take on Minnesota State Moorhead. Final score, final time. OBU's women close out the exhibition schedule 1-2. They win tonight over Southwestern Christian 64-57. For Scott Wanish and the crew, I'm Todd Miller. Till we see you later this weekend here in Shawnee. Good night, everybody.